You are about to listen to a Jason Burgos exclusive interview. What was the plan going into that fight? Was making your wrestling always a priority part of it, or did you want to feel him out on the feet first?
My plan is always to go out and finish my opponent. And, I was just trying to take his head off. But it ended up on the ground, and that's how it played out. I just go whatever is gonna go. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm good on the ground. I know I get good ground game. I know I can stand with anybody. Mm-hmm. So wherever it goes, it goes.
Now, you are heading into the biggest fight of your career. Is there any added pressure being in this? Would be the biggest payday of your career? It's the first championship for you, or is it in MMA, or is it more just anxiousness and you just can't wait to get in there and fight?
It's just pushing myself and fighting at the highest level, and I feel I'm reaching that level, but not yet. It's gonna be awesome the fight at Madison Square Garden, but I'm looking at it as just another fight, just like the same other fights. I'm going there, I'm gonna finish this guy, and I'm gonna get ready for the next season.
Is Magomed Magomedkerimov the toughest opponent of your career to date?
No, he is not. I think I fought the toughest guy twice back in the season. I think Jake is one of the most accomplished and experienced guys I fought. He fought the best guys in the world. He beat the welterweight champion, and I beat Jake Shields twice, so I think that makes me the welterweight champion. But Jake was probably my toughest and most accomplished guy I fought. And I'm looking forward to just ending this season on a good note and finishing this guy.
Speaking of Shields, I mean, I recently spoke with him on possibly retiring a couple of months ago. He was very complimentary of your abilities, and part of the reason he felt okay with idea of retiring was he felt he lost his last fight possibly to a very talented fighter who he believes will do big things in this sport. What are your thoughts on stuff like that coming from pretty much one of the best welterweights to ever do it?
I know I could hang with anybody in the world. It was just a matter of time of somebody picking me up and giving me an opportunity, and PFL's and Ray Sheffel gave me this opportunity, and I'm going to prove I'm going to be the best in the world, and I want to push myself to the limits.
You seem for the most part like a relaxed and chill guy. However, when the cameras show you in the locker room warming up or in the cage right before the fight, you seem very energized and look like you're almost filled with rage in a way. To get your head in the right place to fight, do you need to go to a certain place to fight and come out with, so you can come out with that powerful and rush that you give opponents? Do you have to kind of get mad to get in there?
No, it's just I don't know. It's just a switch I turn on. I had it since I was a kid when I was wrestling. It's just when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. You just gotta wake yourself up, and I just go out there just for scrap. Just like Hawaii, that's how we do it. Fight on the streets with kids, and I just grew up fighting and wrestling. So it was just nothing. It's just a switch I turn on, and when it's time to scrap, it's time to scrap. And we're going to fight. It's not going to be a little point fighting game like all these UFC fighters fight. I don't fight like that. I'm going to come in there. I'm going to take your head off from the first bell to the last.
Now, the last time I talked to you was right after the first Jake Shields win, and I had asked if it changed. Had things changed for you in your life at all? And you say you really didn't. Things were the same. Now, which makes sense. It was the first fight of the PFL season, but now you've won both fights in the season. You won both your fights in the playoffs, including Jake Shields twice, like you mentioned, all by first round TKOs and KOs in this season and playoffs. I mean, and you're likely the favorite to win on New Year's Eve. Is there now much more of a difference in your life at all? Is there more notoriety when you're back home in Hawaii and stuff?
No, not really. I'm not. I'm a real secluded guy. I keep my circle real small. I don't let any distractions into to my family or any social media. I'm not really on social media. I don't really like to post stuff, but I have to for PFL. So I live in the mountains, real secluded. So I stay away from all that stuff, like on Max does and stuff. But there's been love on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, I really don't. I really don't go out and stuff. I just stay home and train.
I talked with Josh Copeland and Lance Palmer, who are both in the finals a few weeks back, and they both mentioned, this has been their best year financially of their careers, part of it being the activity that PFL has in their schedule. How much has the activity, the winning, and still much more money to come for you, has it improved and changed your life financially? How has this last year been as a PFL fighter for you financially?
Oh, it changed my life dramatically. I was working at Powerhouse down here. It's a gym, and I was making like less than minimum wage. So, and fighting too on the side. So, to fight in the PFL and having them give us 6 fights or 5 fights, the last one will be the 6 fights, and making well over $100,000 a fight. It's awesome and it's surreal. PFL is really going to change the game with how they treat their fighters, and they're just breaking new grounds for MMA, and PFL is going to be the future of MMA. And if the UFC doesn't change something, we're going to take over, because this is how a ranking system is supposed to be. This is how you be a champion. You fight through a season. You get through the season. You get through the semifinals. You get to the finals, you win that, you're the champion. Next year rolls by, you start all over again. You guys all start at the bottom, and you guys fight you guys way to the top. That's how a ranking system is supposed to be, and that's how you find out who's the champion. Every year it resets, and you have to prove yourself every year.
Was there any purchases that you were able to make, like something you really wanted for a long time, or something you wanted to get for your family for a long time that you were able to finally purchase?
Probably just a new car for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
We had a older car. It wasn't older, but it was kind of small for my family. I have 3 kids, so and my wife been wanting a new car, so I got to buy her a new car, a brand new car. So yeah, that was kind of good.
It seems like you're just happier. Like, and I may be reading wrong, because like the first time I talked to you, you seem kind of like you not too into it. Like, and you just mentioned you're not into the social and stuff like that. The talking, I'm sure with the media is not big, but would you say you're happier now because it's PFL and what you've been able to make has changed your life? Are you just happier now?
Yeah, I'm happier now. I'm making more money, and I'm just happy to take care of my mom and my dad. They took care of me throughout my high school career, and I was supposed to go to college and wrestle, and they was investing in me, and I ended up didn't going, and it cost them a lot of money and a lot of sacrifice that they did for me, and I'm just happy that I can take care of them now and repay them back for everything they did for me, because they're the best parents in the world, and I just hope I can repay them. And by doing that, I'm going to win this tournament, and I'm going to keep winning every year.
Now, there have been representatives of Hawaiian MMA in the sport for a long time, with BJ Penn being one of the most notable ones. Now seems to be like a new boom period. You got Max Holloway, Yancy Medeiros, Ali Malay McFarlane, and yourself displaying Hawaiian MMA in a big way right now. How important is it for you to be one of those people to take the mantle from BJ Penn and Kendall Grove and your father into the next decade as representatives of Hawaiian MMA?
I really don't care about any of that. I just fight for my family, and I fight for God. I really don't believe in our Hawaiian ancestry and their Hawaiian spirit, whatever they claim it to be. I just fight for my family and for Jesus Christ, and I really don't pay attention to any of them. I don't talk to any of them. Like I told you, I stay secluded. I dream about myself, and I don't need that drama and stuff. But BJ Penn, BJ Penn is the only guy that I looked up to when I was a younger kid too. Like my dad, I used to watch BJ because BJ was a top guy, and I really looked up to him because the way he would just come out to fight, he was just such an honor to watch him fight. He's a legend in Hawaii, and he represented Hawaii awesome, and just nothing but good stuff to say about BJ. BJ's a freaking animal.
Yeah.
I love the way he fights,
Yeah,
and
he's
I try
awesome.
he's awesome.
Now, last question. I meant to ask you about this the last time we talked. Your father's nickname when he fought was Bradda, and your nickname is Bradda Boy, which makes sense. As a person not from the area, is there some local or slang significance to the nickname Bradda?
Yeah, it's just a nickname. My dad, my aunties couldn't say our first name. My first name is Raynon. They had a hard time saying it, so we just cut it to short Ray. But they couldn't say Ray, so they would just call him Bradda, and then it just stuck. And then they used to call me that when I was younger. And I really don't like it, but whatever.
So what made you keep it and make that your official professional name and not get something different?
I didn't pick it. Eve Edwards is the one that kept saying it. I didn't put it on my, my contract. But Eve knows my dad.
Yeah.
And they fought together before a long time ago, and he's always saying that. So yeah, I really don't care, but I only care about fighting.
Fair enough.